Here's how the United States became massive in less than 100 years. Starting in 1776, the 13 original colonies of the United States declared independence, throwing themselves in a war with Great Britain. After 7 years of fighting, the United States managed to come out victorious, with the Treaty of Paris ending the war and securing the United States all British land westward till the Mississippi River. Until the turn of the 19th century, when President Thomas Jefferson would offer to buy the port city of New Orleans from France for $2 million. First Consul of France, Napoleon Bonaparte, who lost interest in his American territory, would counter by offering to sell the entire Louisiana territory for $15 million. The United States would accept this offer, doubling its size at a cost of only 4 cents an acre. Next, in 1818, the United States and Great Britain would sign a treaty which would resolve their border disputes, establishing their border along the 49th parallel, allowing the joint occupation of Oregon. That same year, without government approval, General Andrew Jackson would lead an invasion of Spanish Florida to suppress native Seminole resistance. With the occupation of Florida, the United States and Spain would begin negotiations. Spain would agree to sell Florida to the US for $5 million, along with a new border agreement to the west. Next, in 1836, the newly independent Republic of Texas would break away and gain independence from Mexico, and 9 years later would vote to join the Union as the 28th state. A year later, over in Oregon, the United States and Great Britain would agree to continue their border westward along the 49th parallel, splitting the Oregon Territory and ending their joint occupation. During the negotiations of this agreement, a war would break out between the US and Mexico over a Texas border dispute. The United States would prevail and force Mexico to sell half its land for $15 million. 6 years later, the United States would purchase even more Mexican land in the Gadsden Purchase, which acquired the United States the flat terrain it needed for its transcontinental railroad. And 13 years later, Russian Tsar Alexander II was looking to sell his American territory of Alaska to pay off his debts from the Crimean War. Not wanting to sell Alaska to his rival Great Britain, Russia offered it to the United States, and after some negotiations, the sale of Alaska was agreed upon for $7.2 million, which is less than 2 cents per acre. And that leaves the question, where's next?